Once again, I welcome you back to Castle Doctrine and to my house being robbed. Okay, well, we've got a couple of videos to look through, and I realized I hadn't actually shown you all of the videos that had happened previously. I'd been checking through them little by little whilst in my downtime between videos. I may have actually looked at this one, but we'll just play through it anyway. We'll play through it on a bit faster. Oh no, this is the one where we got quite a lot of money. Yeah, we've definitely seen that one. What about Shane Gary Tusk? Oh, Rusk, sorry. Check you out. You, again, have loads of cash. A little bit faster. No? Oh, there we are. Taken out by Ianto. Then we've got... We're getting loads of people in there. Eric John Bays. I'm not sure if I showed this one. Wow, they're all coming in with more or less the same getup. Ah, yes, you're definitely one we've seen because you clubbed my animals. You git. Then we've got Adam Norman Busby. They are literally coming in with exactly the same setup of items. Are they all the same guy? It's very curious. I'm going to have to check this recording later and see if they're all in the same order, because if they are, that seems like a rather enormous coincidence, to be fair. Where do you go next? Do you go over there? Yes, you do. And then you grab the wrong one and then hang yourself. Now, Edward Robert Harrison, 27 turns. No gear. You just die. You die over here. Chased it down. I think it was Ianto who got the kill there. Then Thomas Patrick Wiltshire. Very curious. Very curious indeed. Is there some guide out somewhere that's saying this is the optimum setup to have? Oh dear. Are you gonna die? Oh, Heidi. Why? Why would you do such a thing? Oh no. Okay. You walked on a sleep pit bull. You fool. I can't even tell which one that was now. I think it was that Mary? I think it may have been Mary. Okay, next we'll check out Kelly Michael Miller. Let's see how you do. You've just got 5 saws. You've just spent all of your starting cash on saws. That is not going to do you too well. Especially not if you use it like that. You've just wasted all of those saws. You're going to go that way? Yes, you are. You fool. You're just going to stand there for a little while and then kill yourself. Okay, well, you know. Takes all sorts. Was that Kelly Michael Miller? Yes, it was. Next up is a Victor David Deep. 25 turns. You've got an interesting setup there. Okay, you are doomed though. Okay, no, actually I think you made a calculation. You couldn't put him to sleep and get past him and get past Ianto as well. So Iolo, you could have clubbed, but there wouldn't have been any point. Howard Charles West. So I appreciate the fact you hung yourself instead of torment my pets. Okay, a fairly wide array of items there. What? Really? Did you just throw your life away there? I think you did. You literally just walked onto that. Oh, you might have thought that the cat was going to turn her off, perhaps? I'm not sure. That seemed highly suspect, though. Oh, dear. You're out! You're free! I'm not sure where you intend to go, but you intend to hang yourself. Oh, well. Takes all sorts, I suppose. We're up to 1.6k. How many people does this make? I think this house has, at this point, killed more people than the previous house. Well done, house number 2. You're doing very well. I think we need some sort of interesting name for this house. It should... I'm not sure now. We need some kind of intimidating but yet poetic name. Maybe something with ravens. Raven Roost. I don't know. Rookery Nook. I don't know. No, not Rookery Nook. That sounds like something out of Animal Crossing. Raven Roost, perhaps, though. Well, these traps are actually proving to be quite effective. Maybe I should have another commitment trap around here somewhere. Maybe down here. That is certainly an option. I've got enough money, but for now, I think I'm happy with the trap as it is. I just wanted to bring you back because we suddenly had a flurry of people trying the trap and dying. So far, I'm fairly content. However, I think with the next bit of money that we get, I'm going to purchase maybe another dog down there, and then I will be out of names, but I'll continue to put more dogs around the place. I'm not sure. I just don't want anyone getting through to attack my family. And it's clear that people are coming down here with enough materials to put all of these dogs to sleep, and I'm surprised by that. I wouldn't have thought that they would, but clearly I don't have enough deterrent for curious people trying to find my family. Perhaps this is why I put the 2 glass here, though, because the person who managed to brick Misty. Now, if you smash this on the turn that you step here, Misty's probably already gone. In fact, Misty should be 1 more tile higher, because you step here, Misty would see you. You smash this, Misty would move there. You smash this, Misty is gone. Yeah, okay. Well, if I'm going to do that, let's pop you down here somewhere. Where are we going to put this? No, I'm not sure about putting you over there. This seems like a good spot, actually, because the screen will move down twice. So that one and then this one. Yeah, that works. Right, Misty, you're going to go up 1. And now, for a new name. Let's think. No. I think we're going to go with one of the rabbit names at this point. And we're going to go with Quacks. Because nothing says rabbit like quack. Apparently, when I was young, I called all animals Quacks. My grandfather was most put out when I called his horse a Quacks. He wasn't happy with that. He was very proud of his horses. I was too when I was old enough to know what a horse was and that it wasn't a quack. But that should be good enough. And this will let people have a little bit more time to see Misty pelting off into the great unknown. So, let's revalidate the trap. Again, just pop down here, turn the trap on. Pixel, do your job. Ianto, don't do yours. It is imperative that you not eat me. I wouldn't be good for you anyway. Okay, there we go. So, once again, we are free. And my house is available for some to rob. Oh, all these dead people. Not very many of them with decent bounty. So I'm suspecting that the new bounty for someone starting out is 50. Probably because if you gave 200 to everyone who was starting out just suiciding on your house, you'd accrue an enormous amount of money really quickly. Now you need 4 newbies to die to have the same effect as with my first house where 1 newbie was worth 200. And I imagine the worth goes up slower as well. Which does make you wonder, how many people did you successfully rob, Terence? Or, for that matter, how many people did you successfully rob, Charles Scott Trout? My goodness, man. That's craziness. But that is it for the moment. I'm going to fade out here, and I shall bring you back when there is more to report. So hopefully see you in the not-too-distant future. Well, I've brought you back because I needed to get back into my house in order to pick up all my backpack items that I'd forgotten to pick up. Someone has tried to rob me and has obviously failed since I've still got my money. But I realized I am accruing an enormous amount of items now. 39 bottles of water. That's, that's 3,900 bottles of water. Money's worth of bottled water. And all of these. We've now got a reasonable amount of saws, by the way, but 34 drugged meats, 6 clubs, 4 doorstops, 15 bricks. We've got a lot of money's worth of items, and we can sell them. Now, one thing I haven't covered in this Let's Play, that I did in my previous one, is you can buy art. Now, the way that the art works is these numbers are bloody bonkers. I'm not sure how it decides what their prices to be. They have never been this expensive before. Not that I've ever seen. They've been like a few thousand, not 843,000. Maybe it's a factor of the amount of money in the economy, because obviously every time someone dies, someone ends up with their money. But that person then gets a new life, which means that some of them, that they get a whole new $2,000. So basically there's loads more money being injected into the system, and not often is it going back out until someone with a very successful house dies, and then most of their money goes to the ether. But if someone robbed them, then the money goes to that person. So I imagine that that's why these are all so ridiculously expensive. Now the cheapest ones are 32,048. Nothing particularly that I would like, honestly. Oh, that one looks quite charming. I like that. That one looks very nice as well. What is that? Mountain by Samuel Roberts. That one just looks weird. That one's actually kind of lonely and beautiful at the same time, but that's 46,000. Actually, no, all of these are 84,000, not 843,000. My lord, I was about to say 800,000. Clearly, my worrying about my wife and family and pets has affected my ability to count. This one is also quite nice. Blio. I'm not sure how you try to pronounce that, but Andy Neelian. Neelan. And this one's quite nice. I wouldn't mind having that one. So these three and this one. Those are the ones I like. Oh, actually, having said that, this one's quite nice too. Now, I doubt we would be able to get even remotely close to this much money by selling even all of the stuff that I've got. Unfortunately, that is a shame. But this is something to aim for. So as I keep gathering things, if you're wondering, why aren't you using any of it? Why aren't you selling any of it? I'm going to keep trying to accrue it and just keep building it up on my character. That way, if I do get successfully robbed, I can sell some of it to recover, to rebuild my house, to re-protect my family, if there is any family left. On top of that, if I accrue enough of it at one time, I can just sell it all and buy a painting. That's my goal, to have a painting. The only other time I've ever had a painting in this game was in the alpha, in my first Let's Play, where I stole it off someone. Because that's what happens when you've got paintings. They show up on the side here, and if you successfully rob that person's house, you'll get some of their artwork, if not all of it. So that is my goal for this Let's Play, for this specific house, in fact, is to get some art in the house, so I can show off just how successful of a house builder I am. But that's it for this little update. I shall bring you back probably to some videos. In fact, there may even be some videos. So let's go have a look. Have we got any new ones? Yes, we do. William Elton Hughes and Kenneth M. Woodard. So let's check you out, William. How does this go? You brought a gun? My God. Did you use it on one of my dogs? You did, didn't you? You're a swine. Yep. Oh, you put my dog to sleep. And then, what? Why? Why didn't you put this one to sleep and shoot that? You fool. No, you can't do anything to my cat. Stop trying, you freak. I'm not sure what you were trying to do, but I know it was devious. And then you threw yourself into the pit. Oh well, okay. Kenneth, let's have a look at you. I'm going to be able to... I was joking about building a fountain out of 7 bottles of water, but by the end of this house, I'm sure I would be able to build one, if I really wanted to, out of the massive quantity of water bottles that I have. Another one who just killed himself on Ianto for no apparent reason, considering he had the means to put him to sleep. But that is it for this update. I shall see you probably in the not-too-distant future. Welcome back. Well... there is a fairly long story over what has happened. You'll notice that things have changed, that I've got a bit of money and I've got some money is being spent. Well, long and short of this story is I recorded an update, but the recording didn't take. There were some problems. It hadn't properly recorded my commentary. And as it happens, this game is quite forgiving when a recording doesn't take. As long as you don't die. If I'd gone out and robbed somewhere and died in that recording, that would have been tragic. But all I'd really done is update you on what had happened and gone over a couple of changes. The changes to the trap system have happened since that update. I had a bit of cash. I successfully robbed somewhere, and I changed the system a little bit. Now, long and short of it, we got robbed. And our dear Heidi got badly wounded. Thankfully, I took them to the vet. As it happens, the cost of their treatment happened to be almost exactly the same price as buying a new pit bull. Funny how these things happen. But the very important thing is Heidi died protecting our family. They wasted their ammunition on Heidi, didn't probably kill her, just kind of wounded her quite a lot. She laid still, pretended to be dead. Very cunning is our Heidi. And then they didn't ever find our family, but they did manage to use it to get into the vault. That pretty much did it with newbie tools. I'm not surprised if it was a newbie. They ended up taking all of the things that we'd actually gathered. Someone else has died recently, though, so we've got these. Actually, I'm not going to sell them. I'm going to store them on my character. That way, when I log off, I've got a little bit of money that I can sell. If I happen to get robbed whilst I'm asleep, which I imagine will happen, I'll be able to sell that. But I need to revalidate this. So first pardon me. First I'll walk you over what's happened. I had bloody Pepsi. This is why I drink tea. Stupid bubbly drinks. Now, I've blocked this area off. Serves no real purpose now that our family isn't in there. And I've moved Iolo up here. So Iolo can be a bit of a surprise if someone's poking their nose around. The cat, the power is now going straight down and straight across. So this works more or less exactly the same. But instead of having a direct line being fed all the way around to run in here, there's actually a power plant. Now, the reason I've done that is so that I can expand this area to be where my vault is. The problem is that I've kind of fixed it a little bit, since they had enough saws and enough water to disable this, and then they just burrowed their way through the wall, and then just walked down. Disabled another one of the grates with water, and then just walked down and took all the money out of my vault. 17 grand. They must have been very happy. A very, very happy newbie indeed. And, that's kind of nice, I suppose. Not as nice as it would have been if, the money had gone to me. I would have liked that quite a lot, in fact. I am not ashamed to say. But this way, we'll reinforce these walls eventually with concrete and these ones. At the moment, a newbie wouldn't be able to get down here, I don't think, with the newbies, with the starting money. But eventually we'll be moving up here and fortifying it a little bit more, adding a few more systems and switches they need to turn on. And basically just a couple more layers of defense. Oop, there, I touched the mic there, sorry about that. Just a few more layers of defense that will mean that someone who's just got a starting balance of saws and water and various other things is not going to be able to just invalidate them all. So what I've done here, made that wall reinforced, and they're not easily going to be able to get through it. Moved that up one, and removed the two grates here. So this is powering these, and just made a commitment trap down here. Now, this isn't really going to stop anyone, because they've got to come this way anyway. But if they see that, and have a choice of going this way, or going through the commitment trap, Ianto will be close on their heels, so hopefully they'll pick the wrong way. And at this point, they're now doomed. However, later on, as I said, this will be moving, so this will just be a dead end, or I can move the safe around. I did think about moving it up here, but we've already got so many layers of defense down there, I think it'd be better to leave that down there rather than bring it up here. Okay, now, we should be good to go. I think I've wired everything okay. Let me just double check. That's passing power down, yes. When that is turned on, it passes power across, breaks this power. That allows you to move down, and then you should be home free. Okay, this looks good to me. Right, let's validate this, and then we will check out the videos. So done. We've got to come in here, got to turn this on. Oh, there was a little part of me that was worried there. There we go, Pixel activates that. Now we've got Ianto close on our heels. Let's go up here. And we are almost home free. Is it turned off? Yes, it is. That's a lovely little way for me to check. And also, as a nice little thing, you can kind of lock Ianto out. Though, if there's nothing down you, you're just going to die anyway. But, Okay. Good old Williams. He supplied me with enough money to get things going again after I was robbed. Bless him. He's always got like a couple of grand more than that. And I don't feel bad at all about robbing him. Wow, I would if I just kept doing it, but I just pop in there every now and then when I need to top up my my accounts. I don't even understand how people are dying to his trap all the time. Right, now, security tapes. We've got quite a few. But here's the big one there. In fact, we've got loads. Loads and loads and loads. And most of these people are going in with this kind of gear. Most of them are newbies. They're just attacking my house with the newbie starting funds. And it just goes on forever. So from, where was it? About here, I think, it starts ticking up. It keeps ticking up, keeps ticking up. I will come back and I'll have a look at all of these. Well, I suppose I could. I'm not sure which ones I've shown and which ones I haven't, but we'll check them from this point. You actually had a gun. I did have all sorts of things. Ladders, guns, everything. He has no way out at this point because he shot the wrong dog. You shot Iolo, you fool. But I think I may have shown that one. I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, I probably did. Let me just double check up through here. No, could have. Tell you what, rather than risk showing you a load of videos that you may have already seen, I will double check the recording to see which ones I haven't shown, and I'll show those in the next episode. So we'll just go to the really juicy one. After 21 kills, someone finally robbed me successfully. So for 17 grand, and it was just stupid. He had barely anything, just a couple of bottles of water and 2 saws, and yeah, a club I think it was. But that was just so frustrating. He had just enough to get what he wanted. It was so irritating to see all of that money go. But since then, we've picked up a couple of 100 bounties. It's not been too much, but it's enough to get us by. So with that said and done, I'm going to wrap the episode up here. The house is in a pretty good state, I think, and I've got a little bit of money in the bank. Each item I've got here can be sold for half its normal value. So that's 500 right there, because they're 400. So that's 1,000 worth of saws just sat there in my backpack. So I can top up the amount of money that we have when we return. But that is it from this episode. I do hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope you'll be joining me for the next. This house is doing rather well, and I've got quite a lot of plans. First, we'll be opening up this section and just adding in various switches and puzzles that you need to solve in order to get to the vault. And then once we've done that, and I've got that to a level that I like, and possibly doing a little bit of reinforcing around the place, we'll probably branch out from here out there, or maybe even from here. I'm not sure. But we'll get out into that massive expanse of space over here, and we'll actually build something up down there. I'm pretty happy with the way our family's defense area is down here. Let me just double check that, make sure everything is okay. I'm fairly sure it is. We'll probably reinforce bits in here and add a couple more areas, maybe a few more dogs, but that is it for this episode. So again, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you'll be joining us for the next. But until then, do take care.